on the beat. All right, fellas, y'all are live in 3, 2, 1.
Boom!
Hey! And I forgot to turn on my damn light.
Wow. I can hear you, nobody else. Shame on you. What's going on, people? Oh, look, and then there's me.
It's just it's a night of fuck ups.
Sorry, it's a Tuesday night. What's up, everybody? Welcome to
What's on your plate?
Thank you, sir.
Hey.
Because everybody's Tuesday going, starting out 15 strong. Like, we just had to jump in. Like, we started cutting stuff short, just so we can get in here. We're hoping everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday evening. Beast, how's your Tuesday, brother? How's it going?
Yeah, it's going great. I can't complain, man. I'm slowly but surely turning. I had the Apple Watch thing going. I'm like, fuck, it's so different.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Oh, Nico, Peaches, gotta go. What it do? Welcome everybody.
Hey.
V Falcon 28. That's Papa Nasty. So we've had Mama Nasty. We got Sister Nasty. No, we said we were going with that name. Fuck y'all. It's not gonna be Sister Nasty. I can't remember what it was. I'm not gonna ask you to recall. We'll go back and look at the tape and look at one of the other videos to confirm it. But it's time. Everybody, it's What's on Your Plate. Rotation TV presents What's on Your Plate. We hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday, and we thank you for coming out. Let's just jump right into this. The inception of what started last week and like what we're doing this week. And remember, we're going to go ahead and drop you that link where you can go ahead and look at those Super Bowl foods we were talking about. Was Panda, if you can hit me with that first Colicchio.
Colicchio.
Yeah. The Tom Colicchio, the craft restaurant thing, the Whisper.
Oh, yeah.
Because, Super Bowl food should be, something that
amazing.
You can enjoy, amazing. But, it should still be homemade. And Colicchio's a beast. Like, he's one of my favorite chefs. I'm not going to ever knock Tom Colicchio, judge on Top Chef. Like, the dude is the man. Like, when you see him talk food, he talks, real serious with it. And he has a Super Bowl spread. There were a lot of chefs. And shout out to the food industry for trying to find ways to make money, and take care of his staff. So what he does is, depending on how many orders he gets, he can bring in that amount of staff and they can prep these boxes. And it allows him to give his staff a chance to work when New York is shut down. So he's got a Super Bowl spread, but he's charging $152? Hold on. There we go. There you go, $155.
I was about to say, that motherfucker damn sure says $155.
$155. I had to zoom in. See, that was out on that watch stream thing. Their tacos, it's a ridiculous thing. It comes with cabbage slaw, house pickles, a black bean salad, a charred chili. He's got the house braised meats. I want to say it was pork. There you go. Braised mojo pork, braised biscuit, 20 nixmatal white corn tortillas, the white corn chips. He's giving you the works. Like, it's a dope, tell me this don't sound like a dope Cinco de Mayo meal.
Damn.
Pickled cilantro, cotija cheese. Like, this is where it's at. But they tell you no menu substitutions, and then you can add margaritas on for like $60. But when the hell have you ever thrown a Super Bowl party and spent $200 on food?
Depends on how many people you're feeding.
Well, that's different. But this is like for a meal of 8. You're gonna spend $200 for 8 people coming to your crib? Because I think it serves 8. Yeah, that's just way too much, man.
Yeah, that is a little too much.
Tomahawk steaks and beer. There goes Nico. Mr. WP himself. Yes, Super Bowl food should be tomahawk steaks and beer for everyone. But how many tomahawk steaks do you think are out there? Yes, I mean, I've had those big ass Super Bowl parties where it's like 20 people, and yeah, you can get it $200. But that's just
why he has a butler.
So that was the inception of all of this. That led us to find that little slideshow that we did last week, and we're gonna go ahead and confirm our Super Bowl food lock-ins because Super Bowl Sunday's less than a week away, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
So, first things first, Panda. We'll go ahead and get you out. Since you're off screen, real quick. Oh, well, we're gonna do that. Yeah, we can do it that way. True. Let's go ahead and pop those up. He's got the photos, and actually, let's do it as let's do it this way. Beast, what are you gonna do with these? And remember, I wanted to give you the option. You don't have to cook 3 if you don't want to cook 3.
You said, what am I going to do with these? I'm going to eat that.
You gonna eat them? I would hope you would, but you're gonna eat them after you make them, right?
No, I got the one that I want to make that I really want to put my all into it, and that's the waffle chicken sandwiches.
So you're asking for audible. You're asking to be able to focus on one thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I tried focusing on like a whole bunch of shit this past week, and it went to shit. It was like just after fail. I was like, nah, forget it.
All right, so then I'm gonna give this. You saw how we were doing it in Discord when we were trying to vote on if people could be shunned and unshunned. I want the chat to let me know. Do we let him off the hook? Does he make one decent, awesome chicken and waffles, or are we gonna require him to do one more? Because the deal was, I was gonna say you're off the hook on one.
I'll do two. I'll do two.
Oh, he's taking two.
I'm not taking a chance. I'm not taking a chance. We've got two of our people that got shunned.
Fair enough. Chicken and waffles, and then a mini chicken and waffles. Panda, if you got that photo, if you can, pull that up for me real quick.
Oh,
that's what Panda's making. There they go. Hey. So the little mini Eggos, little piece of fried chicken, and no air fryer.
No air fryer.
No air fryer. Okay,
None.
Y'all heard it here first, y'all.
None.
No
air fryer.
The chat. No eye holes with it.
Nah. We was about to light him up. Look at y'all. Look at the fucking betrayal.
What betrayal, homie? What betrayal? Hold on.
Like we were about to light him up. Like, really? Me?
No, dude, the chat.
Me?
You heard it last week. The chat was telling you, yo, you got to do the fry. I'm just asking us to give the people what they want.
If I see air fry, I'm a B. You gotta love peaches, man.
Oh shit. Actually, I got that link. Hold on. Like I said, that link to the delish one. Send it to the chat if you can. No eye holes. She has had a chance to see what she's gonna fuck with. Yeah, those are the alternates. Those were Beast alternates. The mac and cheese pizza bites. So you said you're making two. You want the pizza bites or you want the sandwiches?
Yeah, for some reason I can't see it straight. Let me see what the hell. Ooh, mac and cheese pizza bites. Yo, I might have to rock that one, dog.
Hey, you choose what you want, homie.
I might actually have to rock the mac and cheese pizza bites. I'll tell you what, man. Give me about 24 hours, and I'll let you know about them pizza bites. But
yo, stream, you see it, stream. You see it, stream. Like, come on, man.
All right. So let's go ahead and roll with some more pictures before I say, because my mouth is watering on that damn, bruh. So well, on the damn mac and cheese pizza bites. So let's go ahead and go.
All right, fine. So let's do mine. I've got the first is the French dip, the French dip sliders. That's my first one. I wish I had Kraft though. It'd be nice to be able to just order some shit like that.
Right.
So the French dip sliders. Straight up, I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not even going to tell you what I'm thinking. I'm even going to let y'all into the methods of the badness. But it's going to be a special jus down below it, and I'm going to go with a ridiculous mini slider. I have a couple ideas on the bread I want to go with. But yeah, I got the French dip sliders. Now I'm going to do two because I want to put my heart into two. The second one I had was this pork ring that was done with crescent rolls. Now, chat, I really been wanting to do this one. I want to do the other one, but I'm going to leave it up to y'all. If y'all had to choose between the French dip sliders or you had to choose between the pulled pork ring, go ahead and let us know. You got about 2 minutes to put it in the chat, and I'll go ahead and take the viewer's choice and make that video. My next one are Big Mac potato skins, and I really want to freak the shit out of these. The missus don't know. She was like, yo, can we have potato skins? And I'm like, actually, I already committed this to some. Forgot they were Big Mac ones. She likes a Big Mac. She don't like the mayo and the ketchup, and we know what the special sauce is made of. Maybe if I'm real froggy, I can go to McDonald's and ask them to buy a cup of Big Mac sauce. And I can just get the
let me get like 2 cups of this shit on the side real quick.
Let me get a medium cup of the Big Mac sauce. Just put the top on.
I need to be able to dip in that shit,
Is it the all kind of Jews? What?
What language is that?
Hey, all right, cool. It wasn't just me.
Okay.
Let's get a large fry, get the sauce. Now, I want to walk into a McDonald's and I want it on footage. I think, the one where they used to do all the crazy foods on YouTube. They were like Harley Morganson and them. They had this ridiculous they made like breakfast sandwich, fast food breakfast sandwich lasagna, and like 5-pound tequila burrito and all kind of crazy shit.
Oh, that
Dude,
fucking that
those dudes when you would curse bacon, whiskey poured over like. Either way, regardless.
What sound was that coming out of your mouth? That
No, when he curses, he's like, you know what, mother? Instead of, and they have the audio cut on the YouTube video. So instead of hearing fucker, it's it's a thing. I'll have it for the next What's on Your Plate. You know what? We'll bring that up the next time we do it because these dudes are funny and they do food, reviews and food creation. So we'll do a review of one of their videos. We'll show what's on their plate. And these, potato skins. Panda's got the chicken parm sliders. He chose trash can nachos. Well, you had 2 nachos you were going to do, and you chose to go more with this one.
Yeah, I'm not doing the trash can nachos anymore. I'm going to go ahead and just make my own homemade, queso dip, but I'm going to make sure, it's got a little spice in it. It's going to put the movie theater queso dip to shame.
Yeah, that looks delicious. Okay. Excited to see that. So, chat, we know that Mo is talking that buffalo mac and cheese, and I may be able to get that here to do a review on it. But Noai Holes, Nico, if y'all are in here, No Kings, if you get in, if y'all want to do something, let us know. We love to see what's on your plate, and we're gonna actually do that here in a couple of seconds. So everybody contributed and sent us some stuff, and we were just blown away by it. And
man, we were blown up with that shit.
We love seeing what's on your plate. Like we've been asking for a while, and a lot of viewers and people in the collective sent their pictures, and we are excited to be able to bring up their pictures and talk about them for a second. Before we do that, the link is in the chat there. If you want to take a look and see something you'd like to maybe cook and get inspired for your own cooking, and if you don't want to send a picture or not, that's fine. Part of this is just fine. So, thanks for coming out, the 15 of you that are hanging out with us here. And it's time for what's on our plate. These are the things that, we in the collective have been eating this last week. So let's start off with my man Beast. Beast, give us a little, something, these 2 photos you're going to give us here.
This wonderful rib. Wonderful, wonderful rib. So it was dropped off to me one morning, and first time ever cooking ribs. And I went crazy trying to figure out what I was going to do. So I did the salt, I did the pepper, and I think I did a little bit of sazon, and I did the sofrito, and I fucking drowned that shit in mojo. Needless to say, the mojo was what really you tasted, and so it was a little citrusy. However, to be honest with you, the texture was actually really, really good. It was really tender, right off the bone with no problem. So I got to figure out the next time I make the rib, I'm gonna do like a barbecue, but like a sweet barbecue.
Yeah.
So that's what I got to figure out for next time, and just leave it in there for the same amount of time.
Dude, if you're gonna do barbecue, just I got you. Like you can do a little apple cider, a little ketchup, some brown sugar, a little bit of mustard. Boiling some onions. You can make your own home sauce. Like,
nice.
Got some, there's some good ones out there that you can buy in a pinch, and there's nothing wrong with using jar sauce. I mean, I've been to many a barbecue where, you just add a little seasoning and do the thing. But I mean, the meat looks great. Next time, I'm gonna have you do that. I'm gonna force you to put them under the broiler with a little barbecue sauce and cake that on. Mo's got a little something with some ribs he did, and interestingly enough, with a special science type oven. But we'll talk about that in a little bit here.
Really?
Yes, sir. Next one, my man did a whole chicken, and props to him. He got it cooked all the way through. It was juicy. Did you cook it inside of the foil? Like you did the whole seal it in?
Yep. But I wrapped it up with the first foil, and I saw that it wasn't closed all the way. Like I guess I didn't do it enough. So I wrapped it again, and I cooked it on 250, I think 300, from like, I want to say 9:30 in the morning,
You started that at 9 a.m.? What
No,
time did you? Oh,
no. I think I
oh,
started at like noon actually.
oh, okay. And
Yeah,
the
because I
mojo
remember
was at
you and I
9.
were talking about it. You and I were going back and forth. No, bullshit. That was the one that no shit. Yeah, no. I started that at 9:30 in the morning.
What time did you stop cooking?
At like 4.
Oh, you did a slow cook on that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, next time
Hell
the only thing the meat looks like is definitely going to be juicy, fall off the bone. Only thing I would say is after that, take it on, get it out of that and just put it under the broiler for a
yeah.
little bit.
What I did, I was gonna say, I didn't broil it, but I did open it up for the last hour, just so I can because it actually looked a lot browner than that, a little darker than that,
Yeah.
and man, it was amazing actually. The only thing
Panda wants
is,
to know what seasonings you used.
of course I use because I had 2 bottles of mojo, so I used the other bottle. I used half of that one actually. I did the sazon adobo, a little bit of paprika, and I can't remember what the other one was. And I mixed it all together and literally had the sofrito as well, and just rubbed it all the way down. And I had a moment where I had Chips laughing his ass off. He thought that shit was hilarious because I was sitting there making it dance just because I was fucking tired. And
Like the chicken?
yeah, the chicken. I made
You
the
were
chicken
doing the
dance. Yeah. Hey, I had to have fun with it, man. I honestly had to have fun with it. And I told him, I was like, man, it's like ripping out a little baby. He's like, that's kind of disturbing. I was like, it is what it is. So, but
Shit.
cooked it all day. Slow cooked that shit all day, and man, it was just the taste was good. It wasn't bad. But you can taste where the mojo was strong. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'm done using fucking mojo for a very long time. I'm gonna find something else with that one. I got to figure out what I'm gonna use with that. I don't know if it's gonna be lemon pepper next time. So
Yeah, there's a couple of different directions you can go into it, but thanks for sharing what was on your plate. Let's jump into one from the collective. My man Nico is, he's doing it real big down there in one of those southern states. And
one of those southern
he sent
states.
a delicious shrimp in a sauce that he did with some pasta.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it was fire. Yep, that's the pasta.
So many screens to look at. I'm like, damn, which one does it look better on?
Well, he did a delicious shrimp and pasta. I was like, yo, what do you call it? Like, give me a name or something. And he sent me the recipe. I was like, cool, I appreciate you. I have to make this one for the stream at one point. So that's a pound of shrimp. He used sun-dried tomatoes, garlic, pepper, red pepper. I'm assuming red pepper flakes. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if that's correct. Salt, butter, cilantro, or for my non-Spanish speaking friends, coriander, tomato paste, sweet chili sauce, and that's it. I don't know what it is, if it's a seasoning or whatever, but yay, we'll find that in the store, my guy. And I mean, Nico, did you do the shrimp in the sauce? Like, did you cook it with the shrimp in it, or did you do the sauce first, do the shrimp separately, and bring the shrimp in? Oh yeah, I want to try it too. I want that all in my mouth. Put that all in my face. All of that.
That's what she said.
Slow hanging fruit these days, fellas. The Office is on Peacock. Like, first shrimp and then sauce. Nice. So in the olive oil, got the little shrimp juice going on, and then brought everything in. All right, we got the pasta.
Yeah, I'm sure it was fire, man. This shit looks pretty good.
Looks super delicious. And then let me see who else. Panda. Panda has something delicious on his plate. Look at that.
In my defense, I actually did not cook this. This was peaches, actually. So we'll use this as peaches. But yeah, she made us some BLTs, man. Shit was fire.
He's peaches. That looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
Shame on him making you have to get up and cook while you carrying his baby.
She makes the best BLTs, like the best bacon. She knows just how I like it. So like she's like thick cut applewood smoked bacon. Like I like mine kind of floppy. Yeah, go ahead. And do Gouda cheese and lettuce. I don't like tomato. And then
Yeah, so it's not a BLT.
yeah, it's a BLC.
I think we're gonna have to make you change the cheese to a cheese that begins with a T to make it an official BLT.
And then here's her little BLT, her little nasty ass mayo, some tomatoes, a healthy, generous amount of bacon.
You mean a BLT?
Yeah, that nasty shit. That's what that is. 100%.
No. I just want historical footnote. You mean a BLT?
She gets a BLT, I get a BLC. Leave me be.
Whatever. No comments. At the end of the day, it was funny. My mom used to work at New York. In New York, at Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And it was like, full on big building. I mean, like talking like 15, 20 floors. Shared it with another, company, kind of like how our company does. And I remember going to meet her for lunch, and I go sit down, and they have like one of those, cafeterias, like the one at Etna, where you kind of walk around and you go, oh, cheeseburgers, oh, this, oh, that. So I remember seeing a BLT, and McDonald's had something which was like the BMT, but I'm a kid. I'm like 7 years old. And I order one of these, and I'm so excited I'm about to eat this burger. And I open it up, and I take a bite, and it's just bacon. And I'm like, but where's the burger? Literally, where's the beef? And I'm like, where's the burger? And my mom's like, well, you got a BLT. And then her friend explains it to me, and I'm like, but I wanted a burger. And it was like, F it, got me a burger anyway, but I ate the BLT too because I was a little fat boy. And that began my love of the BLT. Like, the BLT, this is nothing like delicious fried bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, mayo, some cracked black pepper, a little bit of sea salt. If you want to get real froggy, you can take the tomatoes and do a little onion chop with olive oil and a little bit of, red wine vinegar and some, herbs, and take it next level. And then,
I might have to do this tomorrow.
Khaleesi ruins it for me, though, because then she makes me put avocado on the shit. I'm like, you don't need avocado on this. The sandwich does not need to be tainted with your nasty avocado. You did it to my lox and cream cheese. Don't do it to my BLTs.
Tainted by avocado. Tainted, I tell you.
Tainted by avocado. Hey, well, Panther, you know what they said last week? Avocados ain't nothing but green mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Dude, whoever the fuck said that, your mama's a hoe.
Shit, you don't learn. You don't learn. But on my plate, go ahead and just pull it up. It's not something
watch it be some gourmet shit.
The Juicy Lucy, which is the nice, it'll be a nice stacked burger to start.
See, has to be the gourmet shit.
That's I can gourmet. Bet money. What's gourmet about that?
I bet you money this cheese gonna be oozing out that bitch too.
It's because he can cook, Beast. It's because he can cook.
Wow.
A lot of hate coming from the behind the curtains.
Oh shit! You go ahead and pull up the next one. So the trick with it is that you got to treat it right. You got to cook it right. You can't just rip her in the pan. Like, my favorite burger is just take a nice ball of meat, smash it down, get it cooked real hard, get a nice sizzle on it, melt your cheese, put all your stuff.
Okay, wait, pause.
Oh.
How did that get you sick to your stomach?
Oh, sis.
Oh, sis. The hurt. The hurt.
Sis, why? Why? Explain that to me.
For real.
Oh no, I'm so heartbroken. I didn't. This is, it's got my potential niece and nephew in the belly. I'm sorry. I'll pre-screen these now. I'll send you photos before I show what's on my plate.
I was about to say it's got to be the Prego issue.
I promise you, my niece and nephew would love it if you ate it. Like, you'd be so happy. You'd get the itis. He would sleep. He or she would sleep for 24 hours. You wouldn't have to worry about any kicks, any movement. Just be snoring.
Let's try this. Hold on. She said she doesn't like anything. Catch me when I'm not pregnant. What about a good slice of pizza? Is there an issue with pizza? As we wait for the answer.
There's never an issue with pizza.
All right.
Nobody in any situation. Nobody in any situation has any issues with pizza. Like, she's not responding.
I'm waiting. Yes, I am the issue with pizza because anytime I see it, I've been throwing up everything, even my. Ooh, wait.
Oh, that's the big.
No,
I'm sorry, sis.
Your kid doesn't like you.
On that note, moving right along, No Kings, No Bastards sent us an awesome picture of some grilled chicken. I think it was like used with Greek seasonings. He grilled that out on the charcoal, respect, and I can see he got a 2-zone fire going on there because he's got all his charcoal over there to the right. So yeah, that just looks just charred perfectly, like delicious. And he did some yellow rice with that. And I love that the plate looks super Greek. As far as I know, he used some Greek seasoning to that, but that's a straight super Greek plate. And Nico's close on that. Next, though, Ihole sent us 2 delicious things that were on her plate. I've got the first one is the bruschetta.
Oh man, yeah.
And that just looks like I'm loving the slices of cheese, but I do gotta say though, I've never done bruschetta with the straight whole tomato. Usually I want to chop it down and do a little like, did you drizzle the balsamic on top of it? Are you in here still? You hanging out in the house? Drizzled, yes. Chopped. I was Nico's is co-signing the whole tomato. All right, so that's definitely authentic Tuscan shit. Oh, this is
They were nice and plump and juicy like a booty. Ooh, okay,
yeah.
I'll sign on
That's
that
what
one.
they always say. That's what they always say. No, I mean, I'll give it a try. Like eating a straight tomato like that, I'll probably die because of my my reflux. But I might could do some bruschetta. I might have some photos of some bruschetta because mom came up here one time and wanted some bruschetta, and the missus was like, "I'm never turning down bruschetta." She ended up ordering food from this Italian restaurant, and I love bruschetta, but it's just like they took a long, thin bread roll and they cut it and they just pulled out a circle and threw bruschetta inside of it. It's super shameful. Like it's not true bruschetta. It gets all soggy and shit. So that looks delicious, and I might have to consider that. But no, I will shout out to this breakfast sandwich. Oh my god, yo!
Damn.
Oh my god, can you give me a little bit closer, homie, if that's possible?
Oh.
That's as close as it's gonna get. All right, I can see the bacon. Like that bacon looks like it's got the nice amount of crisp on it. What kind of cheese is that? It's glistening.
Yes, it's glistening.
It's glistening. That looks like that looks like that breakfast sandwich from fucking Birds of Prey with Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Babish makes one similar to that, but that's a proper egg sandwich. Like, yo, I would take that over lox and cream cheese. And that's real big for me to say that shit. Boar's head, white cheddar, love that shit.
So basically what we're saying is that when No Ihos comes around, she's gonna have to make this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that in my life. I'm gonna for sure need that in my life.
So like I used to be a wife.
Thank you for sharing that one. Next up, we got Amora. I don't think Amora's in here yet, so shame on her for not showing up on time. But she made Alfredo sauce from scratch. Like no jar. It ain't hard. I mean, it's a little bit of a process. Just cream, butter, cheese, and if you're feeling froggy, maybe a little bit of white wine. But it's about the emulsification of it. It's about bringing it together. And like I want to make cacio e pepe. Like it's just cheese and black pepper. Yep, that's the best way. Fresh cream. Yeah, no, good Alfredo. But it's about balancing the right amount of stuff. So shame on her. That is my concerns is I want to know if that's chicken. And
no,
then did she relapse?
Can't be chicken.
Or did she relapse? Why can't that be chicken? What else could that be? I'm just saying.
That we're talking about.
I know, but she's not fucking with. That's not tofu. That's not tofu. That is not tofu.
I don't think it's tofu. But we can just ask her.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Thank God for technology.
Hey,
Was that
mushrooms. I
chicken
don't think it would be mushrooms
in
either. It might
the
be.
Alfredo?
I heard someone say their dad's a mushroom.
So while we wait her response, and find out if that was chicken or not, she also sent something else and turned into this whole thing while we were in the
Oh my
collective
god, yeah.
chat.
Okay, wait. We should let the chat try to guess what that is so we can prove a point.
So I get a we get a picture and I'm like, oh, well, it's like, hey Vic, what is that? Or hey, everybody, what is that? And I'm like, yo, is that bacalao? First, I think I asked if it was aki. Then I asked if it was bacalao, and that totally could pass for bacalao. For those of you who don't know,
It really could.
aki, it's codfish or saltfish, and you break it apart. You kind of put it in with onions and olives and olive oil, and you eat it with fucking delicious root vegetables. But I'm like, is it that? And she's like, no, you'll see in a second. So she sends the next picture. And I'm like, oh. So these aren't tuna, these aren't crab. It's bacalao. Bacalao. It's aki. And she makes salmon cakes. Delicious pan-seared salmon cakes. Like, I could deal with that. I mean, I like the presentation. I don't need that extra flair. Like, I don't eat the food that my food eats. You know how I feel about that. You know how I feel about that shit. But it looks like she's got a nice remoulade on that. Like, yo, props and shout outs. Like, I can't just do white rice like that though. Like, white rice like that is tough for me. I guess I'm kind of bougie. I'm acting like my man Nikos right now. It's like, I never eat white rice alone.
Next, you'll be
What are
hiring
we
a
putting
butler.
on top? Yeah, I mean, I don't have a butler. I mean, you see, you have to define the roles because certain roles only come with certain things. Indentured servitude. Hashtag PT's up. Next, he sent over something delicious for us to review. He actually sent these all throughout the last week, right after we got off a stream. So this is on his plate last week. First thing is he's doing keto. So he's been doing keto meal preps. So looking at that, it looks like it's some grilled chicken. Yeah, Mo.
Mm-hmm.
Got some grilled chicken there. It looks like some kielbasa. Nice and seared up there. I'm going to see if I can zoom in on my side. Yeah, some roasted broccoli. And are potatoes keto?
I don't think so.
Is that potato? That might be squash.
It can't be squash.
I don't know. I don't know what to eat on keto. I don't fuck with keto.
I know sweet potatoes keto, but not regular potato.
Yeah, that's not a sweet potato. I don't know. I'll hit him up and ask him. But, I'm good.
It looks
I'm good
amazing.
with that, doing those meal preps. Yeah, for real.
So here's the thing. It doesn't even have to be keto. It could be low carb, and that could be low carb because you have the kielbasa, you have the chicken, you have the broccoli, and then your low carb would be the potato. So as long as he's kicking, if he's doing a low carb diet, then bruh, props.
Yeah. Well, let's shoot to the next one, which is a cheesecake. And this is definitely a keto cheesecake.
Oh,
it's done with almond flour, monk fruit extract, one or two other things. Because I'm like, yo, when he sent that to me, I'm like, what's in the crust? I'm like, what is it based on? And he's like, cream cheese. And I'm like, well, of course it's based on cream cheese. I mean, what is the crust?
That's such a Mo answer.
So I shouldn't have just been straight, smart about it. Put the fresh strawberries, the proper bake on that cream cheese, just cheesecake. Look, I got all tongue twisted over my words looking at that shit.
For real.
Super exciting.
That looks amazing.
That looks fucking awesome. So shout out to Mo. I need to holler at you about getting my hands on either some of these recipes or just, I can food exchange with you. Some of these things that you make. And finally, the pièce de résistance. My man sends me a picture of some ribs, and I'm like, oh my God, what are these? And they're fucking air fried ribs. He air fried those. But he did them on low heat. Like he put liquid inside of the air fryer to be able to steam them a little bit.
Makes
Like
sense. Yeah.
he did this whole fucking. As far as I know, you're not supposed to put liquid inside of the air fryer. But man, like I think it took him like 3.5 hours. Got the sauce on there, like just and the bone, of course, just do the whole twisting, like with yours. Like you could twist them out, just twist out that meat and just eat that meat, twisting out that bone. Nights like these.
So it would make sense to put liquid at the bottom of it, because what happens when you get the steak that you know starts melting off that fat, the liquid goes to the bottom.
Yeah, but there's a difference between just the natural juices flowing off and actually pouring liquid into it. You're not getting like this much liquid inside of it. And I'm sure when they did that, they weren't saying like put like half of the container with liquid and then plug this into this electrical science oven. I don't think that that's what they were saying. It's a fucking science oven. It's the Google. It's a science oven. There's certain things that you get when you sign this contract, my guy. Don't be laughing at me. I'm sorry. Yeah, I had a moment. To the 15 that are hanging out, you know, it's Rotation TV's What's on Your Plate, guys. That's the collective's What's on Their Plates. Send us your pictures. If you want to get into the Discord, raise a hand in there. Pando, get your name. We'll figure out a way to get you into the Discord. Send us stuff on social. You can hit us up. We're on Instagram, Rotation_TV, Facebook, Rotation TV, Twitter, same shit. RTN TV with the link tree right there. You can click on that. You can subscribe to us. Just come and hang out. We do Tuesday nights, we do Friday nights, and we do Saturday nights. We got an awesome anime cast. We've got our Friday rotation shit. It's a pleasure spending a Tuesday with you. And collective, Beast and I would like to round of applause, Beast. Thank you, everybody that sent their food. You know, we'll send this your stuff. Keep sending it.
We really appreciate you guys for that.
We love talking about it, and this inspires us. Don't be surprised if you see us come up with one of these recipes real soon. Bruschetta. Might just have to do them both.
I'm going to make Bernil pulled pork Sammys for Superbowl.
I think that's the auto correct. No eye holes. Get with me. I want to holler at you about that because I would like to see what you did with that pulled pork ring, if you're interested, because nobody ever got out of the total switch when I was cooking, so now I'm just making decisions on the fly. So now that we've looked at what's been on our plates, let's go ahead and look at what's on their plate. I haven't been in the mood for a Philly cheesesteak since last week. You were talking about taking the whole Philly taco and doing the cheesesteak, and the Philly's been on my mind. And there's these dudes, man. They did this video. I guess they came to America. They're from England. Came to America, and they were like, "Yo, we went to these cheesesteak places, and we really weren't impressed." So they decided to make cheesesteaks of their own in England. And guys, we want to go ahead and review that with you. So this is what's on their plate.
Welcome to Sunday's Fridge Cam. Thank you.
Now, our Lost and Hungry tour across America was fantastic. However, I was slightly disappointed by the Philly cheesesteak. I was really looking forward to it. Just one dish. I want to recreate it at home. I asked you guys on Twitter, what should I do? How can I make it better? You gave me loads of tips, and now I'm going to show Barry how to do it.
Let's do this. Pow.
Here's what you're going to need. A good Philly cheesesteak basically just needs ribeye steak, provolone cheese, and a submarine roll. But we're also going to add an onion and a green pepper. So we're going to start by chopping up our onion and our green pepper. So these onions, we're going to cook them low and slow. So they caramelize, they get all sweet, they get a little bit slimy. And apparently that is the bunting way to have caramelized onions in your Philly cheesesteak. Oh. Now, there are two schools of thought on steak to use in a Philly cheesesteak. You either go for loin, right. You can roast it, and then you slice it once you've roasted it, or you pan fry a ribeye.
Oh,
a ribeye steak.
That's a bit different.
Now, one of the big tips that I found about ribeye steak is put it in the freezer for 20 minutes to half an hour before you need it, because it's going to firm up, make it easier to slice, because you're going to slice it when it's raw, and then you cook it. So move all of your onions and peppers over to one side of the pan. We're going to turn the heat right up. We're going to season up our steak. Chuck it in, Basil. Chuck it in.
How long for?
We're going to go for like 3 to 4 minutes, basically until it's cooked. You can't see any of the raw meat anymore. And then we'll mash it all in with the onions, with the peppers, and that's where our cheese comes in.
Basically till it's cooked.
Yeah, basically.
If I was to pick one recipe that would represent you, Jake, it would be a Philly cheesesteak.
But that's why I was so disappointed with it when we ate it, because I was like, my expectations were up here, and the result probably wasn't bad, but it didn't meet my expectations.
It was nice, just not to Jamie's high, large standards.
That's rude, isn't it? It's got to do with my. So one of the tips I read online.
See, that doesn't look like a steak and cheese to me.
So that it becomes easier to spoon out and put into your roll.
Looks like beef and broccoli, only with onions and peppers.
And what do we do with our provolone cheese, I hear you ask?
No, while he's gonna cook all the flavor out that
Slice
ribeye.
it, and then we put it on top of the steak and onion mixture whilst it's cooking in the pan.
That cheese ain't right.
Guilty, starts to bring it all together. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me about the bread.
What we've gone for here is kind of the world-renowned, what people associate with a Philly cheesesteak bread, which is a white sub roll. Yeah? However, in actual Philadelphia, they use like a hoagie roll. And there's a bakery called the Amoroso Bakery, and they're famous for their rolls, and they're amazing, and we found a recipe online, and we thought, wouldn't it be great to try and replicate that here so we can put that into our Philadelphia cheesesteak?
Yeah?
Yeah, I failed at baking that bread, so I found someone who could help me, James.
James, come here.
Yes, no doubt, Nico. That is definitely not the one that I do. I think we've seen enough of this. If you want to shoot to just a fast forward of what that final shot looks like, and I'm going to tell you that, yeah, that's it. That's his Philly cheesesteak. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
I mean,
yet.
I would eat it.
I bet you would. It's not a question here. What I'm saying is that you're telling me that, you can't give me 3 things that he could have done better with that?
Oh, man. I mean, off the top of my head, because I've never really made a Philly cheesesteak, but I've eaten one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have used that cheese. That's one.
Okay.
And I would have at least. I don't think I would have used those peppers.
Okay. So if you give me those 2, that's fine.
Oh, the bun, and fucking a whole lot. I would have. Okay, so the meat. You could have used that steak, but at least done it differently.
Yeah.
If that makes.
No.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you how. And I'm going to tell you exactly how. First off, shout out to Glitch, my man. What's going on, brother? Miss you, homie. Looking forward to Sunday. Chip steak, different cheese, no peppers, and that man is on the Philly Jersey border. Like, that man knows. You see, I didn't call it Pennsylvania. I literally call it the Philly Jersey border. It's a thing. Straight up, those peppers gotta go. I mean, you can get peppers on a cheesesteak, but nobody gets peppers on a fucking cheesesteak. Secondly, I'm okay with the onions. That was fine. But your onions are cooked separately from where you're cooking your steak. The ribeye is correct. He had a couple of options there. He did freeze it, which is totally proper. Now, if you're G and you got a meat slicer, you could just run that through your meat slicer. Like the home deli joint, the deli joints, they sell smaller ones for like $100. But if you wanted to get one, I just don't have time to be playing with blades in the condition that I'd be in when I be cooking. So that was out. But if you're gonna chop your meat like that, and I've done this, I've taken a whole ribeye and sliced it after it was frozen. But get some wrap, right? Get some saran's.
Okay.
Cut your meat, lay it out, and then take your mallet and hit the meat. Smash it down. Those cuts were just too thick. Like, your ribeye should not be cooking in a stew of juices. Your ribeye should be just let out its own little fat, and then that mixes with the onions, and then just throw it all on a thing and put some cheese on it. Or you do it like we're going to do it in the video that we're about to share with you guys right now. So the Philly cheesesteak could have definitely been made better. I'm from Harlem. Yes, I had Philly cheesesteaks, but I never had Philly cheesesteaks. So I grew up with something different. It's called the Harlem chopped cheese. My man Beast got to taste the Harlem chopped cheese, and we're going to go ahead and dip back a little bit into our history, and we're going to share that video, because in the video that we're about to share, you'll understand why I had to share this video. So everybody, this is another Nasty Panda, Beast past Nasty Panda, Beast Panda. You know, we interchange it.
But this is a
rotation TV cooking at home rotation, cooking at home with rotation TV. Panda, you go ahead and run that, my guy.
What's going on, Rotation TV? This is Tap Out Beast right here. I have what Vic has made, which is the Harlem chopped cheese. So I'm about to bite into this bitch right now to see what the hype is about. So let's find out.
Ain't no hype.
Ain't no hype.
Harlem's finest.
This nigga,
Chopped cheese.
this nigga wraps it up like a straight up.
Like a bodega, son.
Nigga,
I just
like,
ain't had no aluminum
this is
foil.
actually better than a bodega. That's the sad part.
It's that
like-
parchment paper. It's that parchment paper.
I gotta give you, yo, straight up. Listen, restaurants need to fucking take note on how great this shit looks. Like, damn. All right, so we're about to find out.
The Harlem chopped cheese. All right, so we're going to be starting with some salt, pepper, tomato, a small onion, lettuce, and ground beef. These are all the basic essentials that you'll need for that chopped cheese outside of just getting you a delicious hoagie roll or Italian roll, however you want to do it. First, we're going to start by just topping the tomato, super simple. Just going to get you some nice thick cuts. You want to be able to taste that tomato and have enough in there that, it's going to make for a delicious sandwich. Once you're done with that tomato, we'll move them off to the side. We'll go ahead and chop an onion. I'm not going to really worry about the whole thing. It does not have to be, super fancy. It can be a rough chop because this is all going to be cooked inside with your meat anyway, so there's no real need to worry. You're going to start with those vertical slits. Once you've got those vertical slits and you've got to chop down, at that point you can just jump into the standard chopping process. You're just going to go ahead, get in, just chop. I like them a little thick because I like to be able to taste the bits of onion as they're cooking. They cook through and they've caramelized there. So once you've got your onions ready to rock and roll, you're going to go ahead and start those in a pan with some oil, vegetable oil, canola oil, olive oil. I would say probably vegetable or canola just because, the olive oil, we want to save that for more delicious flavorings in food. Once you got your onions, you're just going to put in some ground beef there. As you can see, my ground beef is a little sticky. Sorry about that. You're going to go ahead and just surround the onions with that. I tend to let them kind of shake around and get their juices going so that this way they fall towards the center of that pot. And then you're just going to start to incorporate them. Just mix them in. Go ahead and chop down your meat. Normally this is done with a cheeseburger in the bodegas, and they put that on, and as it's cooked they start to chop that down and mix it in with the onions. But doing it with ground beef, for me, I just think you get a more consistent piece of meat, a better crumble on it. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and cover that, and you're going to let that steam work its magic, and you're going to kind of press down to kind of get that into the cast iron or into your heat, so that this way you can start to flatten out some more of that grease. I'm going to go ahead and give that a flip, another stir. And this is a big secret here, and this is the first time I've ever told people about what I do with the chopped cheese. But what I go ahead and do is I take a little bit of bouillon. Shout out to J. Kenji Lopez Alt. His video actually put me onto that, and that's where I kind of got excited about incorporating that. So you can see the yellow on there. Obviously a little garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper as well has already been incorporated. You don't have to go crazy with the salt if you're using the bouillon because it is a lot of umami. And cover that over again, and let's go ahead and get started on our bread. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, get us a nice roll. This was purchased at Publix. They usually sell these in a 4-pack for like $3. Super easy. You can toast the bread if you want, but I like a nice soft bread for this. I just feel like it makes a difference. We're going to drop a smattering of mayo. We'll go ahead and also drop a smattering of ketchup. And for me, I don't know, something about living in the South introduced me to yellow mustard on burgers, and this is the closest thing you're going to get to a cheeseburger in a hoagie style, so I'm going to add a little bit, just a splash of yellow mustard right here. It's a little more than a splash, but this is a big sandwich. So we're going to go ahead and marry those flavors. Get you a spoon, get you a fork, and just go over that like you're trying to make a Jackson Pollock painting. It's going to spread out everything. As you can see, that's a little more than I needed, but and sometimes I'm in the pocket and I'm not paying attention, so that's totally on me. So we've got our top on the meat. Let's go ahead and check on that. Nico, your New York card is officially taken, son.
With that that seal, so that this way you keep all that heat in. It helps to cook it a little faster and also get rid of some of that grease here. We're going to go ahead and take that off in 3, 2, 1. Yep, that was supposed to be a 3, 2, 1 cut. Here, most important thing of a chopped cheese is the cheese. We're going to go ahead and pop on 2 slices of thick American. Khaleesi likes the cheddar, but when I'm making chopped cheese, she has to deal with that, and that's the kind of cheese Poppy's going to give you in the gas station or inside of the bodega. Like, you're not going to get some nice fancy cheddar. There's some spots in Brooklyn I hear that are doing fancy cheddar and Gruyere and all that other stuff, but that's not for us here on Rotation TV. We're going old school, and yeah, I'm extending this out because I want you to see that cheese melt. Alright, so here we've got our bread,
best way to pick up a Philly cheesesteak is lay your bread over it, or chopped cheese, lay your bread over it, get the spatula underneath, scoop it out. So here you go, your final product. You got your sauce underneath, your mayo, your ketchup, your mustard, you've got your cheese layer, then you've got your meat. That cheese layer is going to help to protect from the bread getting soggy. We're going to throw our tomatoes in there. We're going to put some shredded iceberg lettuce. At this point, you could get a little froggy with it and put some pickles if you wanted to. Some people like to do raw onion in it. For me, though, I like to keep the chopped cheese as original as possible. Got one more last splash of ketchup into the lettuce. And there you have it, the chopped cheese. All that's left is to grab you a knife. Go ahead and put that inside. It's going to help with the fold. If you go to the Publix, you know that's how they do it. Go ahead and slice it here. And what's left is to give you that cross-section look. Wrapped in the parchment paper like Poppy would give it to you in the bodega.
God,
ladies and gentlemen,
damn, that was good.
Oh, bet. American cheese.
American cheese, extra thick. Just how Poppy would give it to you in the bodega.
Damn, nigga. The flavor. What'd you put in the hamburger meat?
So I just found out a secret ingredient. You'll find out when you see the video of me making it.
Oh,
because I do have video of the chopped cheese being assembled. It's from a couple of nights ago when I started my first ones, but I think the recipe is tight up and on point.
Mind you, I'm not even a big fan of the lettuce and tomato, but putting it together, damn. Nah. I see why it's hard to lose weight, bro.
Yeah, you can't, man.
You can't be a cook and fucking lose weight.
And there's the chopped cheese, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Rotation TV with another at-home food adventure. You saw what's on our plate. All we want to know is, what's on your plate?
That shit was too fucking good. I'm telling you right now.
Did you say at the end? That's why I see why people can't lose weight when they cook.
Bro.
Harlem chopped cheese, homie. Philly cheesesteak or Harlem chopped cheese? Which one you taking?
Man, the chopped cheese.
Chopped cheese
for sure.
Chopped cheese for the win. Vic, when you making me one when I visit, yeah. Oh, damn. That is on me. Sorry, I had to go howl at the moon. We're back. Nico, I got you, but I really feel like I gotta take you to Haji's first, man. Like, I gotta take you to Haji's. Like, you know, to hear that y'all never ate them. If I had the little chicken cutlet sandwich, and those are delicious. There's a dude on YouTube that he works at Bodega, and it's Ak something. Like, it says AK something, and I'm like, AK whatever, and I keep calling him that, and I remember, wait, nah, it's Ak. His name is Ak, because that's dude at the spot. So that chopped cheese, it's delicious, y'all. Like, I've never had one outside of New York ever, other than making them at home and, you know, and trying to do that. Nico, I got you when you visit, but I really feel like I gotta take you to Haji's first. Kim, you a lot closer. If you ever want to get you a chopped cheese, I can make that happen. You let me know. We can get you that chopped cheese real quick. That chopped cheese looked fresh. Yo, I'm telling you, man, it's a thing. And we didn't need more ketchup, Nico, because remember, underneath when I did the bun, I had already put the mayo, the ketchup, and the mustard. So that was just layered. There was ketchup on the bottom, there was ketchup in the middle, and ketchup on top of the lettuce.
And mind you, it took me a minute to get there. So even with as long as it took, okay, the bread was still wasn't even soggy at all. The shit was actually fucking perfect.
Well, you're supposed to get a steam. That's why I don't do the toast on the bun, because that's where you lose it. But pepper jack, see, this is the shit, man. Ain't no pepper jack in the bodegas in Harlem and the Bronx, man. Poppy got
that bougie.
Poppy
taste,
got
bro.
white cheese. He got yellow cheese, and maybe he got Swiss if you're lucky. And you can't even ask for Swiss.
Poppy will come.
You gotta ask for Suiza. Yo, there's a Poppy in every bodega, yo. Moving right along. We're at about an hour in. You know, we're gonna be ending things real soon here, but it's that time where we look at what aren't menus and things that should not be on your menu. So this is not a menu. Yes. This awesome restaurant. Yeah, because you was in the nice parts of Queens, homie. The story is nice. Yo, I'm just saying, like, I went to College Point. College Point was nice. Hold on, let me go ahead and I will go ahead and pull up the link too, because yeah, this is King's Pasta and Sub in Miami, Florida. A lot of the comments allude to issues with it being near an airport. or being near a hotel, so that they prey on these people. This is the kind of things I'm getting. But 30 reviews, they were a solid 1 star. I mean, you look at the first photos, you can't really see it because it's masked, but let's go ahead and jump into those. So we got our first
1
food.
star though.
Yeah, I want to start with that one right there. I want to start with that first one. So first of all, portion, right? I don't know how much they paid for that. I mean, we have the menu there. We could really look, but straight up for me, let me see if I can. There we go. That's just, I feel like you're not using your real estate properly. And that's a really wet, one sauce looks really wet and the other looks really dry.
Yeah.
Looks like somebody already ate half.
Both
for
of them.
real. It might have been the end of the night and they were just like, yeah, we got to wrap this up. Even if they call, we ain't going to be here. But yeah, that looks like milk steak sauce.
Milk steak sauce?
Yeah, it's a thing. I'll explain it to you a little later. You'll see why in a second. Let's go ahead and move on to another photo, man. Oh, I got a blur on my side. But yeah, let me see that let me see that one that's next to it. The first pasta next to it, that's next to that sandwich. Yeah. See, that to me is super concerning. Like,
Really?
are those chunks of cheese? Is that butter? Like, that's really got me kind of.
That's questionable as shit. Supposedly chicken parm.
Yo, was that not cooked? Was that just like roasted chicken? Yo, that's not even breaded chicken, son. And them noodles look mushy as fuck. That looks like prison food. There's another one that's kind of a similar plate. I think it was more than just chicken parm. I think it was shrimp parm. But it's the same shit. Ugh.
It looks like something you find in like a can.
That just looks watery as shit. I don't know what's worse. Is that one thing where we saw that people had scampi and the whole bowl was just liquid and then there was just seafood floating around in it? Is that worse than this?
That's questionable.
Even Beast can make better pasta. Wow, you getting called out by the chat, homie. No, in his defense, he had the lasagna. He made a lasagna too. And he reheated it, and the cheese did its thing this time. The cheese cooperated. And he said it was an amazing piece of lasagna. It looked good as fuck.
It really did. It really did. I mean, like it was actually better the second time around.
Are those shells like? Did they eat part of this pasta? Like, I hope they ate part of this pasta.
Was that pasta?
Well, it's
fettuccine.
Yeah, it was a fettuccine Alfredo with the shrimp. But I see the shells. Like, if y'all just got a bowl of shells, like that'd be concerning to me. Yeah, I might take the cake at the worst. What's that green stuff? Oh, there's the menu. Let me see the menu. Yeah, hold on.
Oh, dear God.
Let me see all of that right there.
Pastas, sandwiches, appetizer. The appetizers just boneless wings.
They got buffalo wings and bruschetta. Yep, they got buffalo wings and bruschetta. That's it.
Damn.
I wonder what their BLT looks like. I'd be real interested to see it. What's that green stuff? What's that intriguing bowl of green? A wannabe salad. Yeah, wow. All right, this place is just depressing me. Let's jump into a couple of reviews.
Oh, God.
Because we don't want to just show you the photos. We want to let you hear what the people are saying. We got Heather B. Is this the real Heather B? No, it ain't the real Heather B. Disgusting, expensive, and seriously canned tasting pasta. Generic tasting sauce, and oh my God, I don't even cook. And I could have done better. No wonder they advertise at the hotels. No one knows them. Who knows them would order from here. What a waste.
What a waste.
And she's the one that sent those parm photos. We got BJ. Yeah, give me BJ if you can, brother. There you go. We got don't leave a menu at my hotel again, scam artist. Your reviews are horrible. I don't care how hungry I am.
I think the one that I found was kind of humorous. Was literally right under it. Go back
there.
up. Go back up.
No,
There we go. Right
it was
there.
Bacon G. It was right under BJ's.
Yeah, if I can give 0 stars, I would. They have no address because they buy the food somewhere else and give it to you. The pizza's like cardboard, and the pasta tastes like ass. I paid $41 for poop food, and they would only give me $25 back. Hopefully they even do it. And said it was because they lost product. Well,
that one was amazing, but there's one that takes the cake. Go to Joseph P for me. Joseph P is going to close us out on this horrible restaurant.
Shit.
Remember, this is King's Pasta and Subs in Miami, Florida. If you're there, please don't go there. Don't do this to yourself.
It's in Miami?
Yeah, it's in Miami.
Holy shit.
Joseph P. I ordered food. Came on time. I ordered 6 wings, a Cuban sandwich, and slices of garlic bread. There was an odor coming from the bag Big Boy handed me. Smelled like rotten hot wings. I paid and put the bag down, washed my hands, and came back and noticed the whole room stunk and smelled awful. My Cuban sandwich was smashed on a panini machine. It wasn't special at all. It was very dry. My hot wings were all stuck together. They smelled horribly and were delivered with 2 tubs of barbecue sauce. Kind of barbecue sauce you get from a drive-thru. It wasn't red. It wasn't brown. It's sweet. Disgusting. It wasn't as bad as the wings themselves, which stunk to high heavens. Opened the container containing the garlic bread and found it was a tiny French roll sliced into wafers. All 6 of them could have easily fit into a tiny, small-sized coffee cup. To my horror, I found that I overpaid for bread that was barely warm with Parmesan and garlic sprinkled on top. There was absolutely no butter whatsoever. I would never recommend this place to my worst enemy. Spend your money somewhere else. This dude went in.
He was. Oh my god!
Just angry. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. So it's a thing, guys. We do these Yelp reviews for you. We're trying to find some in Tampa. Like, we actually want to take a trip, and we can find one that we see doesn't have a great Yelp review. We'll go out and we'll give it a chance for you guys. Guys, to the 13 of you that are hanging in and hanging strong with us, we got just a little bit more to go. This evening, we're talking cinema food, and this is totally a Panda thing. Panda's been rewatching Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I've been meaning to go back and watch it, but if you have it, amazing show on FX.
It's fucking great.
It's glorious. Like, it really takes a certain kind of something to really enjoy this show the way that we probably do. But
certain kind of stupidity. That's what it takes.
This is who we are. And there've been a couple of meals featured on this show. Awesome things like the milk steak or Riot Punch. Riot Punch with straight grain alcohol.
That fucking milk steak, though. The second time tonight, you disgusting.
And Beast milk steak is exactly what it sounds like. A steak cooked, boiled in milk, served with a side of jelly beans. I mean, you wouldn't garner the jelly beans from me saying milk steak, but that's what a milk steak is. And they've also done fight milk, which was going to be milk for bodyguards and weightlifters, and MMA people just started drinking it so that they could throw up and cut weight. It's a whole thing. It's got the power of crows in it. But they had 2 awesome things that I think, would be interesting for the collective, and I actually want to try to make one. So the first one is something called rum ham. And Panda's going to roll a clip real quick.
What's that? You're supposed to get booze.
Oh, this is ham, soaked in rum. It is loaded with booze.
God damn it, Frank. Eating your drinks? That is genius.
Ah, Fat Mac. Fat Mac.
So it's basically ham soaked in rum. Now, I don't know if I can make something like that.
Rum ham!
Out on the ocean, this is all they have to eat. So they're just eating rum ham as they're floating in a raft, waiting to hopefully get picked up. This fucking episode is phenomenal. But I wanted to talk about fruits. Have you ever had like the drunken watermelons?
No.
Or like drunken melons? So you can take something like a watermelon, right?
Yeah.
And what you do is you cut out the top.
Everclear moonshine in that.
You can pour anything inside of it. You can either do Everclear, you can do moonshine, you can do rum, you can do whatever you want. And you let it. You pop the cork back in, right? You pour it, and then you can pop that back in and let it just do its thing for like a day or 2 in the fridge. Some people bury it. They do it early in the morning at the beach, and they bury it, and then they pull it out. And the heat from the sand and everything else helps it to ferment. So, coming up for the summer, you're at home. You've got nothing to do. Hey, get drunk on fruit. Cut a little top off, pour a little alcohol, put a little alcohol in, get drunk on rum ham. Rum ham, it inspired that. But there's an even better one that I like. So this is called a grilled Charlie.
Why am I afraid?
Okay, the butter goes on in the peanut butter. Peanut butter go in the middle.
Do not put peanut butter on that. What? A grilled Charlie has peanut butter last.
Okay, either inside or
Peanut
outside.
butter outside. Chocolate inside. Butter inside. Cheese outside.
Go away.
Cheese outside.
Not put peanut butter on that.
This is what Beast wakes up to every morning. A grilled Charlie. Every day he starts his day with a grilled Charlie.
So it's a grilled peanut butter and what?
It's chocolate cheese peanut butter.
So I'm not gonna lie. I do this fat boy thing when I really have the munchies. I do Nutella and peanut butter. It's a Reese peanut butter cup sandwich. But
and I can deal with that.
I could dig a little butter on the outside to like fry it up with, maybe a little like brown sugar on the outside. But cheese.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd probably do.
All right. So let me give you my train of thought on it. So Babish has actually made a version of this, and he says, don't do the cheese on the outside thing. But I had an idea. Have you ever done just cheddar cheese in a pan?
Yeah.
You ever notice how it doesn't really melt and get all weird? It just creates that little wafer.
Yeah.
So if you could do a layer of cheddar, right?
Okay.
Then put a slice of cheese that would help for the bread to stick to that. Then you do your peanut butter, your chocolate, and then on the outside you do the other side of peanut butter. You could technically probably get away with, because the cheese isn't really cheesy anymore. It has more of an umami, almost bitter flavor to it.
I say rum ham's a better idea. Rum ham.
Rum ham is definitely a better idea, but I think that I could put that out. Air fried Uncrustables.
Air fried Uncrustables. I do the shit out of that. I would eat the ever living fuck out of that.
I would spray them down in coconut oil. Ooh. And let them fry deliciously. So
I gotta try that. The fucking Nutella one that Panda was talking about.
It's fucking
peanut butter Nutella
fire,
shit.
Yo.
And put a slice of cheese in it, homie.
Oh my god.
Not putting cheese in that shit.
Trust me.
Not putting cheese in that shit.
Trust me. Wow.
Dude,
so you don't trust
Nutella on one side,
I trust you.
Peanut butter on the other, a slice of cheese in the middle, rum ham.
So what's the issue here? Either way, that was food and media, guys. We want you to be thinking about things you see on the TV. If you see something interesting, let us know. We want to present it, and share weird food oddities and shit like that. Just a couple of more things to kind of go over for this week, y'all. It's that time where we do cooking on a budget. We're here, as we all go through this virus, if you don't have the extras to splurge and things like that, you can go ahead and find ways to cook cheaply. And this is a throwback to my man Panda and him doing his ramen, and doing the dope ass video for us. And I brought something to the table that might be a little enhancement for you, my guy.
Rum ham ramen.
Rum ham ramen. Hey, in a second we'll add that to the list of things that you can add to this spicy peanut butter ramen. This is an 83-cent recipe. Now, doing the math, I kind of have to think these are things you have to have in your house that maybe justify why this is an 83-cent recipe. So this might require an initial investment, but once you have everything, it might just kind of could work for you here. So if you can, scroll down for me.
For a mere $32 investment, you could cook this at 8 cents a bowl. For $32.
You could cook this shit for the rest of the month.
So it looks like your standard ramen. It's got some lime on the side. He's got some green onions chopped up there. It looks really, really nice. Now they tell you what kind of peanut butter to use. I'm gonna tell you, use the peanut butter that makes you happy. You don't have to go out and buy a specialty peanut butter. I'd like mine with some peanuts in it because I like the crunch, and I think you're just saving on having to put extra peanuts in this if you ain't got none in the house. If you do, go with some creamy. Throw in your own peanuts. And if you're real froggy, just go ahead and put a pan on and heat up those peanuts for a couple of seconds. Go ahead and get a little crisp on them and get a little smokiness to them. Make them extra nutty. So moving right on. So our next photo. Oh, you're on the website, my guy. That's why you're having issues loading. It looks all thing. I sent you the pictures of this. Okay, so let's go ahead and go up. Threw me off. So he's not following the note.
That does look amazing, though. I might have to pick me up some.
I'm reading the recipe. Is nothing more than what Panda did in his recipe but adding some peanut butter to it. They used natural style peanut butter, some chili garlic sauce. If you got that and you're real bougie, great. Get and jump back to me one. All right, so we've got 2 tablespoons natural style peanut butter, some chili garlic salt. You don't have chili garlic salt, it's not going to kill this recipe. These are all enhancements. That's why it's in green. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, a little brown sugar, packet of instant ramen. They threw away the seasoning. Now, I don't know if I would necessarily throw away the seasoning. You could get away with adding half of it and giving this a little more flavor. He's got some green onion sliced. What else did this have? This also had some, I have it right here. Shame on me. This also had, that was it. That's the recipe. Damn, it's because there's extras after this. Outside of that, the instructions are just combine your peanut butter, your chili garlic sauce, soy sauce, brown sugar in a bowl until it forms a paste. Do your ramen, add the ramen noodles, drain the noodles, return it to the pot, pour the peanut sauce over top, a little bit of lime, a little bit of green onion if you have it. Delicious. Like, for 83 cents, this is a cheap ass meal. You know how many people you can feed for 83 cents? You can feed 10 people for $8.30. And if I really had to do the math, Panda, for $32, we could feed 40 people with this recipe, my guy. And
for $32?
For $32, I'm pretty sure we could do. Just think about it. So it's going to cost you about $8 to make it for 10 people. 16 for 20. 20 times 2, 32.
I was saying, for $32, I could have made myself a millionaire with the GameStop crisis. For $32, I could buy an entire truck of instant ramen. $32.
Or we can make some, spicy peanut butter ramen. Moving right along, it's that time of the night where we give you some tips from the expert. And this week, I went to Delish. Delish gave us some awesome shit for the Super Bowl idea. And I kind of been playing around with their website, and I found this, and it just seemed like the perfect set of tips. So these are going to be basic cooking tips for anyone who's trying to get into the kitchen, and I'm just a little bit nervous. But these are the tips that'll change every home cook's life. So let's go ahead and jump on. And tip 1, we might have froze just for a second, y'all. We did. Just give us a second here. All right. So the first one is to take notes as you go. If you made something and it worked out well for you, take some notes, jot something down. We got smartphones, put those shits in your text, do it in your notes, get yourself, those things that remind you of, little shit that you did that you were like, that's an aha moment.
Shit, if you're old and lazy like Beast, just be like, hey Siri, take this down. This piece of this lasagna worked with the extra cheese. Oh, I got you, boy.
I don't use Siri.
Well, maybe that's why you slipping. Can't remember shit with your old ass.
Save your bacon fat. If you do bacon, there's nothing the matter with keeping it. You can put it inside of a jar. You can keep that. You can put it in the fridge, which is even better because then it just becomes like lard almost. And you can take a spoon and just scoop that into a pan if you need to. Next is save time. When you set your timer, add for a few minutes earlier than what's the time that's called for. The reason why you want to do that is let's say your recipe cooks for 15 minutes. It gives you doing a pizza. And I found that out with DiGiorno's before doing this. DiGiorno's will tell you, cook me for 13 minutes. And then by the time you check it at 13 minutes, that bitch is already too tam. Like, you stayed out at the beach too long, love. So if you set it for a couple of minutes early, you can see where you're at. Like, let's say you like where the crust is, but the toppings aren't melted. You could adjust, move it to a higher rack, turn it up to broil. Gucci. So even if you buy yourself 3 minutes ahead of time when your pasta's boiling, if you got 11 minutes to cook it al dente, set that bitch for 9, and then start testing her at 9 so you can make sure you got your pasta where you want it.
Nice.
Next one is season and taste as you go. That's just a no-brainer. One of my favorite Chadwick Boseman SNL skits was the one where he was Black Panther on Black Jeopardy, and they were asking about potato salad, and he was totally proper about every joke they asked him and couldn't get it until it came to the potato salad. he started talking about it. He's like, let me understand. Is this woman by the name of Karen? And does she have a tendency to undersalt her potato salad? And he just goes into this whole thing about it, and he figures it out. And it was like, what was the final? It was like, what is hell no? Keep your potato salad. I don't want it. Go home and season your food. It was something along those lines. And it was
I gotta
amazing.
find this YouTube, man.
No. I host nailed it. Just season until my ancestors whispered to me to stop. I don't have to taste it. He just sprinkles it. Yo.
Bro, can I just say that accent? This shit was. That's just golden.
Do you want to understand why we do not shoot them? Because we feed them to the lions. We save the bullets to scare off the lions. Okay, moving forward. So season and taste as you go. You cannot underseason. So start. Hey, I need to add a little more. You don't need to put that turkey in the oven until you've preheated it. That's the easiest and nicest way that I'm going to say that. Moving right along, we've got trust yourself. If something doesn't look quite right, it probably isn't. You know more about the food you're cooking than you think. So if you see something and it looks like it might be a little off, don't hesitate to be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and see what I'm doing here. Add a little salt to everything. Yes, everything. Yes, that goes back to our original point. Salt needs to be in your food. And if you're real froggy, get you some MSG. That is just amazing. If you bake, and I'm sure Kim can attest to this with a thumbs up, you should be using a scale. Like, this is why I don't bake. I don't have a scale at the crib. Like, I have a scale to weigh my fat ass, but I don't have a scale that weighs in, lesser weight. But you should be baking anything you measure out. Do it instead of wet. Do it as dry. Clean as you go. That's a no-brainer. I don't think I really need to explain that to everybody. Never use damp oven mitts. That is a great point. Liquid can conduct heat a lot faster than a dry oven mitt would. I've actually burned fingers by that. I don't necessarily agree with this next one, to mince garlic by hand. I like a garlic press. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to do, but I like what you get out of a garlic press. This is going to give you really thinly, nice little small pieces of garlic. Garlic press will give you actual garlic paste. So for me, I'm Gucci on that. Pull out cookies before they're done. Yeah, that's another one. If your recipe calls for 15 minutes, pull them out at 13. Pull them out at 12. Put a paper towel on your cutting board. This will definitely save you from food changing the color of your coloring board your cutting board if you have a nice board, not a coloring board. And print out your recipes. Who prints these days? Like, I only print shit when my cellular company gives me the 10 free pictures, and I go to CVS after printing them and pick them up. Save them, catch screenshots. I'm going to give you something for the modern age.
I've got a virtual cookbook that I've been building up just from different recipes from like Tasty and like BuzzFeed and other shit like that. Like, that's my pro tip, man. Just like start saving all of them in a folder if you find them on social media, or there's Tasty app has Tasty has an app that you can get a bunch of recipes off of and bookmark them and shit. And then screen capture and fucking save them.
Yeah. So for me, that's a great tip. Screenshot, save them. There's like this website that emails me all the time, and sometimes I'll go in and then you have a way to save it to their website, but I just screenshot shit or copy the links, and I have like a whole section for that. But those are our basic tips to start off for y'all that are just getting into the kitchen, that are ready to kind of tip your toe in. Maybe you've been inspired by Beast and I, jumping in the kitchen and doing these food reviews and everything we do. For the last time, we Beast, if you could bring us home, give us a mission statement there, my guy. Let the people know what we're about, what we do, when we do it. And we go ahead and let these people enjoy the rest of their Tuesday night. So
basically, we're just letting you off early. We're not going to hold you. We're not going to hold you hostage. But every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. I just now realized, were we on time tonight?
Yeah, I think we started about 10 minutes late.
Okay. Well, every Tuesday night at 10 p.m., we normally start our program on time.
Well, we start the stream. I mean, we give chance to people to show up. We operate on rotation TV time. Like, we're rotation people. It's RPT. It's a thing. It's RPT.
RPT.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I can't. So I noticed that we said Tuesday nights at 10, Friday nights at 10:30, Saturday nights at 11:30. But we tend to hang out on Thursday nights. We tend to hang out, and we forget to put that out there. I think that should be our thing. You know what I'm saying? That's when we want to sit back, unwind, right before the fuckery of what we call being on our bullshit on Friday nights. We do this every Tuesday night because we love food. I I would show you the belly, but it's hiding right now under a desk. I'm trying to lose it, but it keeps fucking finding me. So we do what we do because we love food. We love to sit there and pull out whatever we can to show you how to save money. So on that note, with that being said, I'm not taking off my fucking shirt. I am not. And I'm glad my cousin's not on here. I'm really glad that my cousin's not on here because he would be saying, "Take off your shirt." Tell the guy with a black shirt, "Take off your shirt." No. Can't stand you, Panda. So anyway, I'm one of your hosts, Tap Out Beast, also known as Beast. I got Vic Nasty over here, also known as Nasty. At the end of the day, we do this because we love food. And when it comes to this, it is what it is. Every night, I done lost my whole train of thought, coward. Yes.
Fine. That's fine. You starting to speak from the spirit and from the heart.
Yeah, right.
Guys, the days. Beast gave you the time. But thank you for hanging out this week. We'll be live again Friday night. We may go live Thursday with our Among Us stuff. We never know what's going to happen, but that's the perfect reason for you to click on that link tree that's in the chat. Go ahead and subscribe to us on Instagram. That's where we're really, really active right now. Facebook, Twitter is about to start popping. It's about to be a thing. If you're subscribed there, you'll get the notifications to let you know when we're live. And remember, on Thursday nights, if we play Among Us and things like that, you might have a chance to jump in and play those games with us. If you're interested in joining the Discord, I still haven't figured out a way to put that on the link tree, but you can reach out to us on any of those social sites that are right there in that link tree. Let us know. We'll get you into the collective because this goes on all week. Like, don't think this is just a stream. We're a collective of people, streamers, people who have a good time, who are like-minded, and, we'd love for you to hang out with us. And we'd love to get your food ideas. So for Tap Out Beast, it's been a pleasure. For Vic Nasty, it's been a curse. You guys saw what was on our plate. All we want to know is what's on your plate. Peace out. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Fucking peace.